Everyone is waiting for the Battle of the Gullet to completely ignite our screens in House of the Dragon Season 3, and Rhaenyra is about to drop an absolute nuclear level assault onto our green's front door.
But this isn't just a random assortment of mindless monsters. HBO is giving us a calculated lineup of living weapons, and every single one of these beasts has a distinct personality, unique quirks, and massive vulnerabilities.
Exactly. Today we're breaking down the official combat profiles, hidden psychology, and exact stats of the dragons taking flight in the Gullet during the Dance of the Dragons, and who's riding them into the fire.
And the best part, we're keeping this completely spoiler free for the TV show. Let's dive straight into the dragon lore.
Now, before we look at the dragons headed into the specific naval nightmare, we have to talk about the giant reptiles not in the room. Why aren't Team Green's dragons here to defend their fleet?
Right, because after Rook's Rest, the Green's aerial defense is basically torn apart. First, you have Sunfire, Aegon's golden dragon. He's the ultimate gilded warrior, fierce, stunningly beautiful, but currently grounded, and he's badly burned. He's also recovering from that brutal crash.
That's right. That happened during the Battle of Rook's Rest when Aemon, his own brother, threw fire at his dragon.
Let's talk about his look.
His wing membranes are delicate, translucent pink, which contrasts sharply with his bright golden orange dragon fire.
However, following the brutal clash at Rook's Rest, his magnificent look is heavily altered. One of his wings is partially torn and tattered, and his brilliant golden chest and underbelly are marred by jagged, blackened burn scars.
Then there's Tessarion, the Blue Queen, ridden by Daeron Targaryen. She's a younger, highly aggressive fighter, but she's currently miles away, marching with the Hightower army in the Reach. She simply can't just fly across the continent to help.
Now look at her. She's a breathtaking stunner with dark cobalt blue wings, bright copper claws, and breathes brilliant cobalt blue flame. And finally, the big one, Vhagar, the ancient queen of destruction, written by Aemon. She's the ultimate apex predator, the largest living dragon on Earth, a ruthless, terrifying mountain of scales.
So I'm going to go deeper into Vhagar's look. Her wing membranes are flawed and full of holes from a century of old wars. Her body is so staggeringly heavy that she drags herself along the ground like a beach blue whale.
But she's currently preoccupied ruling King's Landing and hunting Daemon.
Exactly. The Greens are forced to rely entirely on human navy for this battle. They don't have a single dragon present at the Gullet.
Which means Team Black has a massive aerial advantage. But as we're about to see, with all that dragon power, these beasts have personality flaws that make the fight incredibly dangerous. Let's start with Team Black's absolute heavy hitters.
Let's get into those heavy hitters. First up is Vermithor, the Bronze Fury, written by Hugh Hammer. He's nearly 100 years old and used to belong to the old king Jaehaerys.
This guy is basically a proud, battle-tested military veteran. He views himself as royalty. He's a massive tank, and he has zero tolerance for disrespect. If you approach him carelessly, you might get melted. In battle, he's pure, stone cold, stoic devastation. He doesn't panic.
Look at his massive, heavily wilted, thick overlapping scales of deep bronze and burnished gold. He looks like an ancient, scarred battleship of a dragon with a broad, heavy jawline that screams sheer power. But right alongside him is his old mate Silverwing, written by Oath the White. Her personality is the exact opposite. She's a social diplomat of the dragon world.
Literally the friendly giant. She spent decades flying into festivals with the good Queen Alysanne, so she actually likes people. When Oath stumbled into her lair, she didn't torch him. She nudged him like a giant scaly golden retriever. She prefers peace, but make no mistake, if her bond is tested, she turns into a terrifying protector.
So the look of Silverwing. She is sleek, athletic, and stunningly elegant. Her scales have a shifting metallic silvery gray shimmer that catches the sunlight like fish scales, contrasted against the pale blue wing membranes. Now let's pivot to the younger generation who are taking matters into their own hands for the show's version of the battle, starting with Vermax, written by Prince Jacaerys.
Vermax is the straight A student of the group. He hatched in a cradle, grew up side by side with Jace, and is completely eager to please. He is disciplined, hyper-focused, and mirrors Jace's anxious, brave, and duty-bound personality perfectly. He obeys him instantly, But his overconfidence might make him fly too close to the danger. Okay, now his appearance. He has a vibrant, striking olive green hue with pale orange yellow wing membranes. He is noticeably smaller, more uniform, and compact compared to the veterans, moving with the rapid agility of a juvenile predator.
Then you have Moon Dancer, written by Baela Targaryen, who's the ultimate spirited rebel.
So much attitude, built like a racing greyhound. She's all about high speed, hyperactive energy. Remember in season 2 when she spotted Sir Kristen Cole and just went totally rogue,
Yes.
diving out into the clouds to terrify him? She loves a thrill and a chase, and her rogue spirit means she doesn't wait for permission to fight.
The way she looks is pale. She has mint green scales with pale white crest and horns. She has an incredibly slender, long necked, and aerodynamic profile, almost bird like, built purely for speed rather than heavy collision. That brings us to our final two wild cards. First, Seasmoke, written by Adam of Hull. His profile is deeply emotional. He's the lonely romantic.
Man, Seasmoke was grieving hard after Lenore left.
Mm.
He was so stubborn and selective that when a random knight tried to claim him, Seasmoke took it as an insult and burned him alive. But when he saw Adam, he actively chased him down and forced the bond. He fights like a rabid fighter jet with aggressive, protective fire.
Now, this dragon Seasmoke is pale too. Silvery gray and white body with darker ash gray accents running down his spine. He has an incredibly clean, athletic, and majestic silhouette, looking like a textbook royal dragon in his absolute physical prime. And finally, the ultimate rebel, Sheepstealer, tracked down in the Vale by Rhaena Targaryen.
Not Nettles. No, in the TV show, we don't hear anything about Nettles. And this is still no change because in the TV show, it's Rhaena who rides Sheepstealer.
Yes, and in the books, it's Nettles. She fed him sheep, and that's how the dragon got the name Sheepstealer.
Speaking of Sheepstealer, this is a grumpy, antisocial hermit. He has zero interest in Targaryen politics, royal songs, or military formations. He grew up wild, stealing livestock from locals, and he fights incredibly dirty using terrain. Rhaena can't just command him. She has to earn his respect through raw survival instincts because he is deeply suspicious of humans.
This dragon's look is completely ugly, raggedy, and bedraggled. The ultimate alley cat of dragons. He features a muddy brown hide with uneven skin patches, overgrown talon like nails, and a skinny frame that shows he lived a brutal life in the wild.
Okay, summing it all up.
When you mix the disciplined veterans with the high-speed rebels and unpredictable wild cards, Ryan Condal and the writers have set up an incredible dynamic for the TV show version of this clash.
Now drop a comment below. Which of these dragon personalities is your absolute favorite? But don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.